B'nai B'rith has just sponsored, together with French Jewish organizations, a very interesting and important conference on the permanence of the Yiddish language. Now, this all started with a book put out by UNESCO, which is a United Nations agency, a book about the world's disappearing languages. And Yiddish was included in that book. Some of our people in France said, well, you know, Yiddish, maybe fewer people who are speaking Yiddish, but the language certainly has a very solid present and even has a solid future. And so one thing led to another, and there was a major conference in Paris. It was held at UNESCO headquarters. It was addressed by the American ambassador to UNESCO, the Israeli ambassador to UNESCO, and then over the course of 2 days, there were 23 speakers on a number of different panels talking about different aspects of the Yiddish language, including social networking in Yiddish, including university courses that are now being taught in Yiddish, translations of Yiddish, so many different aspects of the language, historical overviews, and a look at the future. Now, one of the things that B'nai B'rith has in its interest here is that so many of our members in Europe before World War II were Yiddish speakers. So we have an interest, and of course Yiddish speakers here in our lodges and in our network here in the United States. So this was important for us to do. We made a very important statement, and the thing that I was most impressed about, in addition to the big crowd which attended the 2-day meeting, there were over 400 people who attended on both days, was the fact that there were many young academics, journalists, writers, poets, playwrights, who are writing and speaking Yiddish, who were panel members and who attended this conference. So I think we've made a contribution not only to the understanding of the Yiddish language, but also how it sits in the 21st century and what its future holds.